welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to Herceg Novi. We arrived yesterday and we're here for 3 nights. It was a really short visit, but I thought I could talk to you today and show you around the city. So like I say, we arrived yesterday, we got a bus from Kotor and it was just a bit hectic. It was fine most of the way, and then the last couple of stops it got really busy and just people scrolling on TikTok on their phone without headphones. That is insane to me. Anyway, arrived yesterday and we went into town for lunch because we arrived at lunchtime and we were hungry. We went to just one of the places in town. I'll show you when we go today. I got a burger, Jeremy got, I don't remember what he got. Anyway, it was fine, nothing to write home about, wouldn't 100% recommend to be honest. And then we had a quick walk around town and along the front a tiny bit, and then did a big food shop, came home and then worked all afternoon and even stayed here for dinner. So I've seen a little bit of town, but not enough where I feel like you're missing out. So I'll be able to show you everything today, so don't worry about that. We're staying in somewhere called Cinderella. Now, it's a funny one. The room itself is not great. The bathroom is not great, but the views are spectacular. So we were sat out here yesterday doing some work. Jeremy's just brought us some orange juice, which is going to be yummy. Yeah, so the view is great. The room itself is probably not, but I'll be able to show you that. But yeah, welcome to Herceg Novi. It's my first time here and I'm excited to explore and to show you around. So this is the balcony and the view that I was talking about. It is pretty epic if you ask me. I think it looks so nice. And then you can even see down there behind the house, let me point. That is the fort, and over here there's also another old building thing. I'm not entirely sure what that is. It's like the tower or something. I don't know. I need to do some research. But yeah, this is the amazing views, and if I show you the bedroom just so you can get an idea of what I mean, this is it. So pink and white walls and ceiling, an old light fixture even. We've got a bed here, which is where I've just unpacked everything. This is the bed, and it was very bouncy and uncomfortable. I did not sleep well, honestly. And then we've got cupboards and an old TV thing this side, so it's not, you know, the best looking room. I can show you the bathroom as well. I think Jeremy's in there now, but this is what we paid for. This is why we're staying here, because I think that is gorgeous. And especially because yesterday we worked, and I think this afternoon we're going to work as well. It's a really nice place to sit here and have these views while you're working. Much better than being inside or having a view over the houses or buildings and things. So yeah, it's pretty nice. So the plan for today is to walk around the town and explore that, and then walk along the walk. There's like a walk that goes from one town through Herceg Novi and then to another town. I think it's like 7 kilometres, the whole route. So I think we're going to do half of that today, and then tomorrow we'll go to the fortress and then do the other half. So exploring the town this morning, and it's actually a little bit cold today. It's about 22 degrees and it's kind of due to rain as well. So not boiling, which is actually perfect because it means we can walk around without sweating our balls off. And there's also the thing we learnt yesterday about Herceg Novi is there is hundreds of steps. Luckily we're kind of staying at the top so we get amazing views, but it also means that you have to walk down lots of steps to get into town, but also on the way back walk up lots of steps. And literally Jeremy last night was pulling me up the steps because there's hundreds. So that's the only downside I've seen so far of Herceg Novi, but if you love steps you'll like it here. So this is the steps down into the square, and this is where we had lunch yesterday. I'll be able to show you where we ate. So this is the square in town. And then this is the gate or the clock tower, which is one of the main things to see here. There's a couple more restaurants, and yesterday we ate at this one with the brown chairs. It wasn't amazing, like I said, so I wouldn't 100% recommend it if I'm honest, but it's a cute little place and it was nice to sit and people watch. So this is the clock tower. We didn't come and see this yesterday, so this is all new to us. It is gorgeous. I love the pathway through it, so cute. Let's have a look. Oh wow, this is nice. This is super cute. It's like a really nice place to come for lunch or dinner or even just a coffee. Nice little water fountain, souvenir shop. More little bars and restaurants. And then we're going to go in here and have a look inside. So I think we're overlooking a hotel or something here, but there's 2 anchors here. There's this absolutely huge one here. And then there's like a sun terrace area with 3 more anchors, 2 sunbeds, some cannons, and then some more anchors down here. That's such an interesting setup for like a hotel or whatever it is. Anyway, this view is stunning. Okay, so this is where I was showing you all the anchors. And if you look down here, look at all of these. That is so interesting. What the heck? So we've been walking through town. We've made it to this viewpoint, which I think is amazing, with the palm trees and all the buildings stacked up on the hill. And then we're going to come down here. And this is the harbour. And this is actually a water polo swimming pool. And I don't think it's open for regular swimming, which is such a shame, because that'd be so nice to go for a swim there. Anyway, I think water polo is quite popular here. And you can see the water in the bay and things. Yesterday we came down from this side and saw this pub called the Drunk Octopus, which I thought was a really cool name. But as you can see, lots of steps. So we're going to keep going down and make our way to the water. Okay guys, we have made it down, and this is the walkway I was talking about where you can go to the next town over. The beach is down here. Luckily we're not doing a beach day today because it is quite windy and the waves look quite wavy. But there's a nice little bar down there. There is a cool statue here. I'm probably going to get hate in the comments, but I have no idea who this is. You can tell me if you know. And then there's the harbour over there. And then the water polo swimming pool is where those big lights are. Cute! I heart Herceg Novi. Yeah, I think today is definitely not a beach day. I'm surprised middle of July it's like this, to be honest. I would have thought it would be like really hot every day, all the time here, but it's not apparently. So I've decided to come and walk along the pier of the harbour. You can't actually walk along the top, but you can walk along kind of the ground level next to the boats. So I just thought I'd come and have a look at the city from this point of view, because it's always quite nice to get away from the city and look back at it, if that makes sense. And I think especially because there's so many buildings like stacked up on the hill, I think it'll be really nice. So this is my current views walking along. It's actually really beautiful. I love harbours and boats and things. And I think at the end it looks like there's a restaurant, the Admiral thing. It looks like a boat restaurant thing. So I'm curious to see that as well. So I've made it all the way to the end of the pier, and it's nice because you actually get views of the town next door, which I think is where we're going to walk to this morning. But this is the views, so I'm pretty sure we're going to walk all the way over to there. And there's a smaller little town there as well. Here's the boat where all the tourists have just got off. And then you can see Herceg Novi in the back there. I'm actually going to walk up here and see if we get better views as well. Amazing views over the water. And then this is Herceg Novi here. This is the boat, like I said, that's just arrived, full of tourists, and you can see the grey clouds in the back. I think we are about to get rained on. So this is the view when you arrive in Herceg Novi by boat. You've got the fortress on the right, this big yellow building, and then this bar in front with the bougainvillea, which I just think is gorgeous. That is so cute. Okay guys, there is a teeny tiny little beach here just after the harbour if you ever want to come for a little swim. But it's so nice with all the boats and things behind. And there's a little beach club as well where you can get food and hire out seats and relax here for the day with the harbour views. Okay, the waves are a little bit crazy down there, but there's a restaurant here called Yachting Club, which is a restaurant, pizzeria and beach bar. I just know this is going to be good vibes. That just looks so nice. That is so cute. And it's really not far from town either. And the front of it here is like a boat as well. That's so nice. Okay guys, we are still on the path, and this is really cool because there's like a small little beach down the side there. And then there's a tunnel that we're going to walk through to get to the other side, which is so unique. I don't think I've seen a landscape like this before. It's really cool. Okay, so here's a closer look. There's the rock face there with like a figure of someone on top. Me and not known people figures. And then there's a beach down here. And then we're going to be walking through this tunnel here. Which, yeah, I think it's so cool. We're in the tunnel. In the evening you'll be calling. So through the other side of the tunnel there's more seating. It's not actually a beach, it's just concrete, but it's nice anyway if you want to hire a chair and sit in the sun and go swimming and things. And that's the city over there. You can actually walk all the way to the city. I don't know how far we're going to go, but you can walk all the way over there. I love these when it's like an orange juice stand and it's a giant orange and the person is just in the orange. I think that's so funny. I don't think we have them in England, or I've never seen them anyway. Apparently we are now in Topla. These are the views. I think actually though the place you can walk to is called something else. I don't think it's called Topla. So, and actually I was just saying to Jeremy, you can walk all the way along here. And at the bottom down there, I'll see if I can zoom in, but the zoom isn't amazing on this thing. You can go to the caves. How can I show you where the caves are? There's basically some black holes somewhere along here. I can't really see because the screen is so small. But you can walk all the way along there and go into the caves. We're not going to do that, but yeah, it's a really nice walk along here. It's gorgeous, full of like cafes and bars and restaurants and people chilling and hotels and things like that. Jeremy keeps pointing out these bags and t-shirts and things that are all like AI art, and it's just kind of weird. Don't know what that's about. Anyway, we're still walking along. I think we're still in Topla. I don't know if we'll end up making it to the other place because it's about, what time is it? It's about 12:05 and we've still got to walk all the way back and then make lunch. So I don't know how much we'll see, but it is nice walking along here. This bit seems very touristy, with like all the touristy shops and blow up donut things for the beach and things like that. In the evening you'll be calling. This is so touristy here, and I've never even heard of Topla before, but somehow everybody else has because it's so touristy. I think especially on a warm day the beach would be busier. It's kind of cloudy and cold and expected to rain today, so it's not that busy, but I think probably tomorrow it'll be a lot busier because, yeah, who knew Topla was a tourist destination? I had no idea. Okay guys, I'm pretty sure we've made it to Igalo, which is over there. The buildings are really not that beautiful, some of them at least. They look very kind of run down, honestly. But anyway, we've made it as far as we're going to go today. We're going to head back. I might actually do a hyperlapse for the way back so you can see everything but kind of sped up. Maybe I'll do that. So it took us about 22 minutes to walk from that town all the way back to Herceg Novi. I did a hyperlapse. I might have to speed it up because I think it was over a minute long. I don't know if you're going to want to sit through a minute of that. We got some milk and some apples from one of the shops and walked up about 100 steps and we're now making our way to a park in the centre of town. Of course, we're walking uphill to get to the park. I don't know if it's actually going to be flat when we get up there, so I'll be able to show you, but it is hot and humid as well, because I think it's meant to rain, so it feels very humid at the moment. Okay, so this is the park. We've just been sat chatting for about 10 minutes. Also so I can get my breath back, but it's not much greenery here, if I'm honest. You do get nice views over the bay here and over the harbour a little bit, which is kind of cute. And I've seen on Google Maps there is a bar here at night time called like Nomad Bar or something. Nomad Boho Bar, I think it was. There's some pictures on Google, you can find it, but it looks quite cute. And I think that's here. This is beautiful. It's the other side of the park. I think it's a hotel, but it's got gorgeous views over the bay. Also the fortress behind. That looks so nice. I don't feel like we've seen this part of town yet, so I thought I would show you as well, because it's the first time that we're seeing it. This is kind of like the high street, I guess, of town. And we're going to go that way and go towards the square that we were at this morning that I showed you. This is so nice. This is the top of that hotel that I just showed you. And it's got like a big eating area and views out to sea. And then if we go this way, over down by the yellow house, that's going to lead us back to the square we were at this morning, where we had food yesterday for lunch that I showed you about as well. You can see the grey clouds are coming though. We're heading back for lunch. We're going to get some work done this afternoon because I think it's going to rain. Okay, so this is the road leading up to the square where we had lunch. It's so cute. There's a couple of little shops along here. There's also the Volley, which is where we went food shopping yesterday. It's kind of got all your basics, which is good. Guess what? Jeremy's found another dog to cuddle. Most of my videos have Jeremy cuddling dogs. There's another one coming as well behind you. What a cute doggy. Okay, so this is the square. Like I said, we had lunch here yesterday, and you can see the clock tower up there. Good morning everyone, it's the very next day. Today we are going to go to Kanli Kula, which is also called the Bloody Tower, and it's an Ottoman era prison turned amphitheatre, offering sweeping views and hosting film, opera and music festivals. So that's the first thing we're going to visit, and then after that we're going to go to Forte Mare, which is a sea fortress built in the 14th, 15th century, perched above the water, great for coastal views and summer events. I don't know how much I'm going to film in there because it's going to be reading information and looking at views, but at least you know what we're going to see. So the first thing is the Kanli Kula. Okay guys, so we have arrived. It was €4 each, and he said to us that if we keep our tickets and go to the Forte Mare, we can get 50% off the tickets there. So I think that makes sense, because I'd seen online that the tickets are €4 and some people saying the tickets are €2. So I guess if you've been to this one, you get the other one half price, so it would be €2. Anyway, there is an amphitheatre here and it has gorgeous views. Isn't this just stunning? So nice. And Jeremy has gone this way somewhere, so I'm going to try and find him. But I asked ChatGPT this morning, and apparently it takes like 20 to 30 minutes to visit this, and then the same for the other fortress. So I don't think we'll be here for too long, which is quite good. Okay, now I don't know where he's gone, because it's either that way up the steps. I guess he's gone this way to visit the view. Hopefully we'll find him, but yeah, this is really cool. Is he here? No. Okay. Oh, he's up there, hiding from me. But the place that we're staying, not that I would recommend it to be honest, is, I think it's this building here. So it is really close to this thing, whatever it's called. Yeah, so it's our balcony is that one with the little umbrella on. So I wouldn't completely recommend the accommodation, but it's close to the bus station and it's close to this. It is on a bit of a hill, so whenever you go down to town and walk back up again, you have to obviously walk up a lot of steps. This is so beautiful from up here. It's incredible views. And then I think Kotor is somewhere down there around the corner, somewhere that direction. This is a view of the other part of town. We actually walked along here last night. I didn't show you because I didn't want to vlog, to be honest, with everybody drinking and things. But yeah, it's nice down there. It's very residential. There was less kind of restaurants and bars and drinking and that kind of thing. There was more drinking the other side. But how incredible is that if you were to have an apartment there and just look out onto these crystal blue waters and these views? So I think this is where we were at yesterday, where there was the music school and the churches. So we have finished at the Kanli Kula, I think it was called. We are now going to make our way down to the Forte Mare. I think we were there for not a very long time, honestly. Probably 20 minutes actually, probably not even longer than that. So yeah, it was a really quick visit. Okay, so we've made it to the Forte Mare. If I call it a fortress, that's just me getting it wrong. It's not a fortress. Right, let's go inside. So yeah, tickets are €4, but it should be €2 because we went to the other thing first. Okay, here's some information about this place. If you want to pause the video, you can. You'll get a little bit closer to the English. I don't even know if you'll actually be able to read that, but it's there if you want to. Okay, so that is the church thing I was talking about earlier where we went to yesterday with the music playing. And this is the path the other side. I actually prefer this side, it was a lot calmer. So I've been taking some pictures and videos with my phone because it's kind of funny to be above a beach like this. I don't think there's many cities where you can sort of watch people swimming and jumping off rocks and things. It's actually a really cool viewpoint. Anyway, Jeremy has taken the key and he's gone up to the apartment to be able to get his drone, because we're scared that the clouds are going to come and cover everything. And when you're flying a drone over water, you really want the sun to be out because otherwise it just looks grey and miserable. You kind of want like this gorgeous, bright blue, crystal clear waters that you can see behind me. So he's going to get the drone and I'm going to meet him down there. So hopefully he kind of gets it and comes back in time before the whole place is covered in cloud, which would be such a shame because we didn't obviously fly yesterday, but it was cloudy yesterday anyway. So, right, I think we're going to go and look at the prison and then I'll head down and hopefully meet him down there somewhere. Okay, so there's a section upstairs that looks like this, and they have some like chairs and tables. I think last night there was like a concert or something going on last night because there was music and lights and things, which would explain the stage. So maybe come and check out and see if they have anything on the evenings. I think that'd be a really cool place to party with these views. Okay, so to go to the old prison, you go back to the sort of exit where you paid and got your tickets and go down the stairs. So let's go down and explore the old prison. Is this an old prison? Possibly. I'm sure there's worse views when you're trapped in prison. Probably not meant to say that, but anyway. Let's keep going round. Okay, so this is another one. It's a decent sized room as well. I know obviously being in jail or prison is not good, but again, not a bad view if that's what you're looking at when you're in jail. I actually think they could turn this into a hotel because they would get insane views from each room if you opened it up a little bit more. And it's gorgeous stonework if you had nice beds and things. Okay. This is another one. Gosh, this one's huge. Again, crystal clear waters out there. And I can either go down this way or I can continue out this way. So I'm going to continue this way for now. And there's artwork on the walls as well from, you know, previous photographs and things. Oh, okay, now we're at the bottom section. So when I was taking videos before, when I was up there, I was literally just there. There was these walls kind of in the way. But now there isn't. So let's have a look over this one. That is not bad, is it? Not a bad view at all. Okay, I know this is the worst angle, but this is kind of dodge because if you're any taller than me, you could definitely bang your head. So I'm kind of like holding onto the ceiling rather than the railing. And it's big steps as well, so. Okay, so that leads down to here. That was the little stairs, by the way, in the bedroom that I showed you. And I think if I go back down there, that will lead to where I just was, maybe? Or am I getting lower down? I don't know. Okay, I definitely feel like I'm lower down, but I'm now kind of just above the beach. And I'm sure I'm going to see Jeremy down there in a minute if I don't hurry up, because he'll beat me. He'll have gone up and down before I've even finished in here, but that is so cool. So clear, the water is gorgeous. Okay guys, it is 3:10 and we have come to the beach to go for a bit of swim, have a bit of a sunbathe. And we've actually come right to the end of the beach that's just kind of in the centre of town, if that makes sense. Just behind the fort, so the fort is just behind me there. So just in front of the fort, we're at that beach. And we've come right to the end so that we are not bombarded by the music and also kids and people and everything else. And it's actually a really nice location because we're looking out to sea and we're going to be straight for sunbathing and then the sun's going to set kind of in front of us. So it's actually a really nice location, but it just means we have to walk like a minute to get into the water. We can't just get in from here, but I'd rather have it quiet and yeah, do that. So this is our towels. This is where we've set up. And there's kind of, this is the last bed on the beach. Everybody else is over there. There's the fortress, fort, sorry, I keep calling it fortress, it's a fort, but it just means that we have to walk to where that girl is with the black bikini. We have to walk to there to get in the water, which is absolutely fine. I brought my goggles as well, so I might go for a bit of a snorkel around the rocks, see if I can see some fish. And then there's Jeremy, and then because we are here right at the very end, that's our view basically, so we can hear a bit of the music but it's not like blaring and there's no one in front of us, and yeah, I think that'd be nice. So we're gonna go for a swim now. Okay guys, it is 6 p.m. and we are back from the beach. I counted the steps on the way up and it was 408 steps to get from the beach up to where we're staying. Now I know that we're kind of at the top, we're kind of near the bus station, if that makes sense. So we are quite high, but 408 steps, which is why Jeremy has to push me up most of the time. Anyway, we had a nice relaxing time on the beach. I was listening to an audiobook, went for a couple of swims. Yeah, nice and relaxing. I think I'm possibly a tiny bit sunburnt, but I think because we went a little bit later, it wasn't too bad. Like, we haven't sat out in the sun at midday at any point, so we're avoiding like the midday heat, but it was quite warm today. Anyway, the plan this evening, I need to pack my bags, I need to shower and wash my hair because my hair is just like full of seawater, and probably get some work done, have some dinner. So yeah, I'm going to close the vlog off here, but thank you so much for watching this video from Herceg Novi. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. And tomorrow we are going to Bosnia and Herzegovina, so I will see you there. Bye!